a speech entitled "Every Cloud Has a Silver Lining." Would you please welcome Pauline McEwen?
Mr. Council's Chairperson, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Does the night of the 21st of October 2002 ring a bell with any of you? But perhaps the description of violent storms, gale force winds and torrential rain all over England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales will refresh your memory. Now that dreadful Monday night was also the night of our area humorous speech competition held in Drogheda County Louth. I was representing Drogheda Toastmasters. Now I had prepared for this momentous occasion like a prize fighter. I rehearsed my speech morning, noon and night. I had even invented an ingenious way of timing my speech. Simply key in 6 minutes, 30 seconds on the microwave, tick off like a bat out of hell, and finish before the ping. Now my kids, however, were bored to death with my speech, the constant pinging of the microwave, and longed to get back to normality, a microwave popcorn. Now it said, ladies and gentlemen, that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Well, I tell you, Toastmasters, hell had no fury like a woman stormed. Because 2 days before my competition, it started to rain. Now, not the Irish soft version that we fool the American tourists with, oh no. This was more like your equatorial rainforest version. Solid walls of rain, flowing into already overstretched drains, 2 of which lay outside my house, and were already well overflowing by Sunday evening. Now, when I returned from a very hard day's work on Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock, teachers' hours, the road outside my house was already underwater. I parked my car on my sloping driveway, conscious only of the jobs I needed to do before leaving for the competition at 7:20. Help the kids with their homework, get the tea. I even managed to rehearse my speech as I listened to the 7 o'clock news. Suddenly, there was a loud banging on my front door. Now my daughter, who had turned 21 just 7 days beforehand, and had treated herself to the most hideous pair of pink suede knee-high boots, went to answer the door while wearing them. I heard raised voices and a shriek of alarm from my daughter. I rushed out, only to be met by a river of muddy water flowing through my hall and sweeping its way back into my back kitchen. Neighbours, dressed in rain gear with wellies up to their armpits, their children with buckets, and next-door neighbour's dog all came rushing into my kitchen and formed a human chain, well, all except the dog. And we began sluicing up buckets of water, passing them along the line and pouring them into my kitchen sink, which promptly spurted it back up again. I rushed under the stairs and ripped open a black bag of clothes we had for Oxfam, we call it for Vincent de Paul. I had it there for about 1.5 years. I began stuffing these clothes under the door. My daughter waded by me, wailing, "My boots, my boots! Take the bloody things off." I roared at her words to that effect. As she did, and unfortunately, the 7th man in the human chain came crashing to the ground as the boots swept back into the kitchen like lethal weapons on the next tidal wave. Bedlam prevailed until eventually 6 furry firemen came thundering through my front door, desperately trying to control the massive wriggling hose. And I can tell you, fellow Toastmasters, that within 10 minutes of those men beginning, I could see my kitchen carpet and my hall again. A very, very handsome young fireman removed his helmet, looked at my daughter and used the chat-up line, "You're safe now, love." Anything else I can do for you? His boss turned to me and said he wanted my address for the bill he was paying. Everyone said goodbye. I was left in utter dismay. Oh my God, I thought, the competition. It was now 8:30. I picked up the phone and I quickly rang Jackie Tobin. She's here with me today. I explained my dreadful situation to her between sobs. "Don't worry," she said calmly. "The whole thing had been delayed could still make the competition. This woman was not where I was. Where was the empathy I was expecting? Hurry up, she shouted down the road. I can't go, I waved. No, the children screamed and handed me the cars, pushed me towards the door. I think they were absolutely terrified that I would begin rehearsing again. I was handed a large, this was a very large brandy. When I arrived at the hotel, I sank it. Go on, my fellow drunken Toastmasters, encouraged me. Get in there, Pauline, give your speech. It'll help take your mind off the situation. So I did. Did I win? Did I heck? How did it go? I sense you wonder. Now, Jackie, that's empathy. My speech flowed for about 3 minutes, and then post-traumatic stress set in. I couldn't remember the next word, let alone the next sentence. Could it have been the brandy, I see you ask, but that's just a little bit too much empathy over there. I eventually recovered to a very, very shaky finish, but to tremendous applause from my fellow Toastmasters. After the competition, I was approached by a very prominent Toastmaster from Dublin. Perhaps you've heard of him, Ted Corcoran. And Ted said to me, Pauline, my friend, he said, at this time in life, there is really only one thing one can do, and that is just to get back up on your horse and to ride again. Did Hannibal falter, he asked me, when faced with the Alps? No, I thought to myself, but then Hannibal had flippant heads and wasn't underinsured. And then as a reassuring aside, he added that at least I wasn't as badly off as some poor woman he'd heard everybody else talking about, whose whole house had been flooded that night. No, I thought to myself, I wasn't that badly off. After all, my house was only half flooded. And I did get a humorous speech out of that particular cloudburst, which has led me here to Scotland, land of my forefathers, the McEwens. So I had an excellent silver lining out of that occasion. Mr. Constable.